गंगा में नहीं, जमुना में नहीं, महलों में नहीं, कुटियों में नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही। पाताल गगन में जल में मुस्काता हुआ निकले पल में, मंदिर में नहीं तीर्थों में नहीं, मंदिर में नहीं तीर्थों में नहीं, गीता में नहीं वेदों में नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही। ओम नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय, विश्वेश्वराय शिव विश्वेश्वराय, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय। गंगाधराय शिव गंगाधराय, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय, गंगाधराय शिव गंगाधराय, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय। Om. Well, welcome to the birds this morning. Some of them just flew in and they're enjoying themselves. They're taking their morning bath, and it's cold here this morning and the wind is blowing. Cool weather, but they're dressed properly by nature, and so am I. I put on the extra layers and I'm out here because I want to enjoy the freedom. I want to come to Mandir this morning. I want to come to the Mandir that will liberate me. The Mandir that has no walls and has no ceiling. The Mandir that is God manifesting itself as earth, water, fire, air and space. And there's no ceiling, because it's allowing me to give that freedom, have a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. Well, welcome to this Mandir, and we are worshipping manifestation in a direct form. It's an exhilarated feeling, and this feeling is like, how would I describe it? It's Satchidanand, truth, consciousness and bliss. There's looking at these birds and how free they are. And it's also omnipotent, this feeling. Meaning it's all powerful 100% and 100% of the time. It's all pervading, meaning it's here, there and everywhere. And it's omniscient. It knows the past, present, and future. Imagine I'm speaking like this, because it is possible. This is the potential that we have. And when we come to Mandir, the one thing that we always have to do is to lift ourselves up. And when we have a powerful spiritual master, whether it be Lord Krishna, Bhagwan Sri Ram, Bhagwan Buddha, the Christ, or Lord Shiva, or Mother Durga, who is your guru, your moksha guru, then we have it made. And when we connect to that as much as we can, and all the time, then what happens? Then we will be in that state where we are on our journey to moksha. Well, how are you doing? Is everything all right with you today? And if you are being bothered by something, it is not that environment or that person. Really, you have to take all the responsibility for your happiness. If you allow someone else or something out there to influence and take and rob you of your bliss, then this is a weakness. And this is the real sin, that when we have this weakness and fear in itself is sin. And we have other things, selfishness and all of that. You know, when these spiritual masters come, and we're so lucky and so blessed that when we latch on to them, then we're moving further and further to our liberation. You know, yesterday I got a call, and a boy who I know very well, young, maybe 30 years old, and he would have drove me around a couple of times, and he passed away. And then I would have asked what happened. Well, he was struggling with heart issues, and he lost his life. Which goes to show that it doesn't matter how old you are. If no one had told me that, they didn't tell me that's how he passed away, then I would have think, that he would have, how did that happen? Well, death doesn't come at when we expect it to happen. It could come any time. That is why it's so important that we make all the preparations to accommodate it and be ready for it. And this is the whole of life, human birth. And we are such blessed to have this human body and this ability to have this passion, discrimination, intelligence. We are not operating on emotions. We are operating on intelligence. That there's the mind, but higher than that is the intelligence. And when we are at that level, then how beautiful life can be. And this morning, so many people, they can't go to the temple, the mandirs. So we have to find a way to go inside. And this is the key and the benefit of having COVID and all these suffering that we're going through, mental and physical suffering. Well, let's pay adorations to Surya Narayan. He might be peeping out here now. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. O Surya Narayan, come up and give us that brightness, that heat. Keep us alive. And so Mother Earth also, we depend on you. You nourish us. We have become your home, and you have become our home. And water, that without you, 80% of our body is water. And air, without this air, for a few minutes we weren't able to breathe. And then space is there, the subtle of the elements. And it's so subtle that we cannot talk about it, but yet we cannot do without it, because it keeps us in orbit. And this is all scientific, and this is our religion, and all religions, when we come to this level, when we worshiping God in its original form. Because in the murtis, we go in the temple, look at the murtis, we have to, they facilitate us because we can relate to them, but then we should also develop that capacity that where we can relate to nature. This morning I am coming from this mandir again, and I'm sure that you will do some chanting and mantras and keep yourself very fit, and mentally and spiritually. And let us do some prayers. Om Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Deva Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Param, Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripam. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Prabhu Namah Shivaya. Om Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Om Om Nagendraharaya Trilochanaya, Bhasmangaragaye Namaheshwaraya, Nityaye Shudhaye Digambaraya, Tasmai Nakaraye Namah Shivaya, Mandakini Salila Chandan Charchitaya, Nandishwar Pramatanata Maheshwaraya, Mandara Pushpa Bahu Pushpa Shupujitaya, Tasmai Makaraye Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Gauri Vadanara Suryaye Daksha Dvaranashakaya, Srinilakanta Brashdvajaya, Tasmai Shikaraye Namah Shivaya, Vashishta Kumbho Dava Gautamaraya, Muninda Devar Chitteshekaraya, Chandrarka Vaishvaranalochanaya, Tasmai Vakaraye Namah Shivaya, Yaksha Swarupaya Jatadharaya, Pinaka Hastaya Sanatanaya, Divyaye Devaya Digambaraya, Tasmai Yakaraye Namah Shivaya, Panchaksharmiram Punyam Ye Pati Chaivasnanidho, Shivaloka Vapnoti Shivena Sahamodite. Jai Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara, Shiva Shankara Shambho, Jai Girijapati Bhavani Shankara, Shiva Shankara Shambho. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Prabhu Namah Shivaya. Om. Well, it's getting a little cold now. It's a little cold for the hands, and the words are getting a little muffled now. All right, so then I'll go in there, and for today, let us go with this message that we are gods and goddesses already. We just have to rediscover that. Let us remove these layers of body, mind, intellect, and ego, and then we'll be free. It's all in our hands. Make that decision. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om.